Buenos dias. Walking through some back streets on my way back to the hostel. I moved hostels today, back on my own, and I wanted to talk about that because, oh man, let me see how much I can how much I can get out. The value at this place is actually insane. Actually insane. I'm feeling this like particular feeling of like sustainability of sustainability is the only word that I can think of right now. It's like the hostel is $18 per night, which already is very close to like Southeast Asia type of prices. And the food here is cheap. The hostel has its own co-working space that is free if you're staying at the hostel. They have their own kitchen with like a bunch of kitchen like pots and pans and stuff and fridges. And so I went out and bought groceries yesterday and made my own food, which was like, that was one of the things that I didn't like about Europe last summer. It was like, we just had to eat out all the time, and I never really made my own food, and it just adds up, and it gets really expensive. And so I'm like, this hostel is insane. And it goes up like 4 floors, and there's a balcony on the 4th floor, and it's just this gorgeous vista. Oh man. I'm excited. And I ended up chatting with like 4 or 5 people yesterday. 4 of them girls. And I was like, man, gotta be honest, it's been a while. It has been a while. I think it's been since Southeast Asia. So everyone in the hostel has been super nice and friendly, and that's probably a better view. Nice. Yeah, I think piggybacking off of, I think a video I made 2 or 3 days ago at night, I feel a lot more socially confident, and I actually wasn't really expecting that when I got back into like the hostel and not part of this group that I joined. And so I started an exchange with this one guy. Saw him in the like living room area, and he was on his phone, and I felt that first initial like, oh, I should ask for his, say hi, ask where he's from, ask for his name. And I find that it is easiest to start those exchanges on that first initial thought. Because after that, it only gets harder, because all of like my brain starts to overthink, and like, oh, is it going to be awkward if I say this, or like, what if I stumble on my words, or what should I say? And and I ended up overthinking it, and did my own thing. But I came back later, and he got up and like went over to the kitchen, and I was like, oh, where are you from? I was like, yes. Yes, I did it. And then I was in my room, and these 2 girls were speaking French. And I walked in and said hi, and I was trying to think of something to say in French. Like, are you from France? But in French. And I was trying to remember from my 60 days of Duolingo how to say that. And then I just started overthinking it, like, am I gonna get it right? You know, am I gonna pronounce it correctly? And I ended up just felt like it didn't have the opportunity, so I was packing up my bags and left. And I was like, that sucks, because that sort of thing happened a lot last time I was abroad. It's like thinking of the opportunity, and then, you know, the opportunity doesn't perfectly arise, and so it's one of those things where you have to like jump in and interrupt their conversation to start something. But I came back later, and I was like, all right, screw the French thing, and I was like, oh, are you guys from France? And I started an exchange there. It's like, yes, and I did it again. So I think the more times I do it, the more evidence that I accumulate that I can do it. I hear all these cars. What the heck? And the more evidence that I accumulate, the more confident I feel that I can do it again. Because I think I mentioned this, but like I still get the overthinking, but I think it's just a lesser scale now. So rather than it like consuming all of my brain and overthinking all of it, I still get it, but it's less strong. I feel more confident that it's just like, you just ask where are you from, and that's literally all you have to do, because it's just the barrier to entry. I remember talking about that in some video. It's just the barrier to entry, and then once you're in the conversation, it's like, it's easy. So anyway, gonna get back to work today, smash this quota application, and figure out what else I need to do next. But yeah, I'm excited. This feels good. I feel incredibly grateful to be here. And it's times like these where I'm like, things are going well. Just lean into it. It's just in a gorgeous place. Food is not insanely expensive like in the US. The quality is insane. The value is insane. Been going to coffee shops, speaking with locals. I don't think I've had to use English at any cafe that I've been to. I think that's right. Which is like a really cool feeling. So, anyway, it's all good. See you tomorrow.